Bob Hope's road to stardom ran through 9 different cities on the silver screen with his ever-present road trip buddy, Bing Crosby. Hope and Crosby made 9 Road 2 pictures at Paramount Studios.
But when they did do the road shows, while there was a script, there was an incredible amount of improv that went on. You know, so you weren't necessarily sure what was going to come out of their mouths. And that made it that much better.
Off the screen, the duo were just as funny.
They could do everything. In this generation of performers, it's much more specialized. You're a great actor, you're a great singer. But back then, just about every movie, you could sing, you could dance, you had to be funny, you had to act. And I think that my dad and Bob were certainly at the top of that list in terms of enormous talents.
Hope and Crosby's friendship dated back to the early days of radio. They worked together on numerous TV shows and specials, including The Bing Crosby Show in 1962. When they weren't cracking up moviegoers, they hit the links.
They were huge golfers, and whenever they were doing the road films, you know, they would leave the studio during lunch hour, go to Lakeside, and, you know, have to be retrieved off the golf course when it was time to go back to shooting.
Their families grew close together and remain that way today.
Yes, well, Bob was a beloved friend of Dad's, so Dad didn't really talk about him so much as that he was a part of the landscape. And when we grew up, they weren't working together as much because Dad was fairly retired. So it was more just like Uncle Bob. And of course, his wife is my godmother. Dolores Hope is my godmother, and she is such a wonderful part of our lives. My mother comes and stays with me, and then when she's tired of dogs and cats and kids and horses, she goes and gets spoiled at Dolores's. And I just remember that they were really funny, that they just had this banter that no one could. It was just so funny and so natural, and they had so much fun, and they just built on each other. So that's what I remember about Bob.
Julian's Auctions and the Auction Network are proud to present the Bob Hope Estate Auction, live from the Beverly Hills Hilton on October 18th and 19th.
Thanks for the memories of Vietnam and Korea, all the places you went.